Hello, everyone. I am the all-seeing I'm with a message here for the collective in love. What is the collective message in love? The first card, the bottom of the deck card. So the one I'm seeing first is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is telling me that as far as love goes, your luck is changing. If you feel as though it hasn't been the best, it's turning around. Things are shifting in your favor in that area. You've reached a major turning point. Perhaps you've spent a lot of time focused on yourself and growing. The collective message in love is the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. So let's address the Ace of Pentacles first. There's some kind of gift coming in, some kind of offer that you will not be able to refuse. This offer is going to advance you forward. This could be some kind of offer of a relationship from the person you've been seeing, or who's been courting you. They may want to offer you something. They want to offer you something stable, tangible, something real, something that can be felt, something that can be touched. Not just an experience, I'm hearing. And then we also have the Lovers here, which is about love and harmony, relationships coming together. And I always view this card as a choice in, when it comes to love. Because when you choose someone, that's powerful. So choosing someone each and every day, all the time, over everything, over everyone. And maybe I shouldn't say over everything, because there are things that, like if you're a parent, for example, your kids may trump your spouse or like your partner. Or I mean, I don't know, I shouldn't say it like that in terms of like there being some kind of ranking, because there is really no comparison, when it comes to love. The love that you get from a partner is different than the love that you would get from your child. And the two can both be unconditional. Just as a child gives pure, unconditional, unfiltered love, so too can an adult choose that. And here we go with choice again. You're choosing to give. You make that decision every day because you feel like the person that you're connecting with is worth it. Let's see what else comes out. Three of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with heartache, heartbreak, have suffered grief, loss, pain. Some of you may struggle with depression or some kind of mental health condition that causes sadness. So you may be prone to that, and like bad feelings or negativity. Perhaps you've been conditioned to think negatively, or you've just been in a slump lately that's caused you to kind of shifted your perspective on love and made you feel a little jaded. But I feel like you're coming out of that, because you're being offered this gift from the universe, and maybe it's to love again. You may have experienced love before and thought that it was gonna be it. You may have been married before and have gone through a divorce and just felt like, you'll never find that kind of commitment again. I won't say that kind of love, because you'll find a love deeper, a love greater than even one that you've experienced, and you'll know when that, you know, when you found it. Queen of Swords, I feel like, you know, because you've been hurt, because you've dealt with your share of disappointment, you may be very cutthroat, you know, where you're not really taking many risks, you're not taking many chances. You know, perhaps when it comes to love, you're being very, very selective, very particular about who you let in, you know, and your directness may come off as cold sometimes, you know, just being very blunt. And this could be a response from the hurt that you've experienced. Like maybe you're, you know, colder than usual because, you know, you've gone through your share of heartbreak and heartache in relationships or with potential partners in the past. And now you're just like over it and ready to, you know, you just want honesty and you're not afraid to be direct. And that's cool. You know, I'm also hearing, I don't know. I never get that saying right. What is it? You kill more bees with honey than vinegar? I don't know. That's probably wrong as hell. But, you know, try a little sweetness. But soften when, you know, you feel safe. We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. So, you know, this is very independent energy. You know, I understand, you know, if you've been on your own, you've been very self-sufficient. You are that financially independent as well. You're reaping the rewards of your efforts and hard work. All the work that you've put in is paying off here. You know, so to me it just feels like you're not afraid to be alone. Like you're good with being on your own. Like, yes, you may have experienced your heartbreak and you still may be reeling from that, but I feel like it's caused you to be a lot more clear-headed, you know, when it comes to what you want, and less about wasting time and energy on what doesn't align with ultimately what it is you want. And what's wrong with that? The Five of Swords is here. So, you know, some of you have dealt with your share of conflict and disagreements and, you know, feeling like you're in competition with other people or other, you know, priorities of your previous persons. I don't feel like this is the current energy that you're in. I feel like part of the heartbreak that you've experienced has been from past situations where you felt you couldn't win, or the person that you were with, perhaps if you were in a relationship or you were married to someone, they may have, you know, prioritized winning over everything and not, whereas you were, you know, more or less the one that is willing to walk away for the sake of peace. But then you're going up against somebody that wants to win at any cost, you know, and that's not a good mentality to have. And I think ultimately, you know, you just want your peace. You want to know what's going on. You know, and happiness is in order. Happiness is here. It's coming. If, you know, like you've had your share of gloomy days, you've had your share of tears, you shed your share of tears. Try saying that 5 times fast. But, you know, happiness is here. A return to positivity, pleasure, having fun, feeling warm inside, and just, you know, feeling warmth in your connections with the people around you. You know, something or someone's coming in that's gonna really melt that ice box where your heart used to be. I got an ice box where my heart used to be. I'm so cold, I'm so cold, I'm so cold, I'm so cold. I mean, if you're used to, you know, argumentativeness, confrontation, you know, perhaps being with people that were using and abusing you, this will be a breath of fresh air for you, you know. So A relationship, a connection where you can really let your hair down, where you can have fun with your person. Something that feels like home here with the Six of Pentacles. You know, you're attracting in the kind of love, the kind of relationship that, or the kind of person that sees you. You know, and you don't even have to do anything, you know, particularly special for them, or, you know, or for them to see that. They just see how beautiful you are. You don't even have to, you know, you may not have even been intimate with this person yet. Or perhaps if you've been intimate with the person, it's not even all about that. Like, you really feel like home to this person. And I'm getting emotional. I don't want to cry. Don't do it. But, you know, there's a feeling of nostalgia. You know, just a knowing, you know, just a familiarity. Enjoy again, you know. Childlike joy. And these are both cards that kind of point toward that. You know, because when you see the child on the sun, and then you see the young pair on the Six of Cups, youthful, that youthful kind of energy, that youthful state is that of complete trust, purity of intent, purity of action, purity in action, things of that nature, things that are just very pure, you know. And it's like life sometimes takes the fun, you know, out of us. You know, it can sometimes take the wind out of our sails and make us less excited about living and, you know, the limitless possibilities available to us out in the world. You know, life sometimes has a way of, you know, stripping our hopes sometimes. But I feel like your hope is being restored through this connection, through this relationship that just, how can I say it without being repetitive? It just feels right. I think when you know, you know. When you connect with someone and you know, it's just, you can't deny it. It's undeniable. Seven of Cups. Perhaps you have your share of options, you know. Choices. Virgo energy is heavy here. Perhaps you're a Virgo or your person's a Virgo. Let's see what else is here. We have Leo showing up. Let's see what else comes out. Options, options, options. Who has options? Daydreaming. Okay. I feel like when this offer comes in, you know, it's going to change everything. It's going to really shake things up in your world and make you see things differently. I get like breaking the illusion that you once believed or thought or felt. Something that you didn't think would come to be happens for you unexpectedly, you know, and it's very shocking when it comes in, but it's a cause for celebration. It's a cause for merriment, for you to, you know, have a good time with your friends, with your people, really bask in that good energy. You know, I feel like you're attracting someone that you can have a good time with, that, you know, you can just be yourself with. And, you know, there may be something really good coming in that you want to share with that person. Then we have the Star. This is wish fulfillment. Again, hope restored. I think I had said that earlier. You know, this connection may bring hope and faith back in love, and what's possible, breaking that illusion that once was, that, you know, maybe it wasn't for you because you experienced past hurt and past pain, and other connections and other situations. But again, with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck here, you are things are changing and going in your favor at this time. You know, so don't look at what's happened, you know, think about it like this is happening for me, not to me. You know, and I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but I just think it's important for you to think positively, because something very good is coming in, something that you maybe didn't even know you needed, you know, because if it's unexpected, then, you know, it's unexpected. Addiction at the bottom of the deck. We have codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. So you may have been dealing with something that was keeping you stuck or keeping you hooked, maybe to a particular person or relationship that wasn't the best for you. Maybe you deal with codependency. But I don't know. I see you as being independent. You know, maybe codependent in the past. I mean, possibly, but or attached to something or someone that, you know, maybe didn't turn out to be the best for you. But, you know, I don't really see a very codependent person here, especially now with the Queen of Swords followed by the Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Swords is can be ruthless. So, you know, it's like she's not afraid to be by herself. She's not afraid to be alone. We have the dragonfly, lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. So yeah, something's coming up, something's coming in that's going to change things for sure. Whatever it is gonna bring about, accelerate your healing, I'm hearing. We also have partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. So yeah, there may be something that you're celebrating, you know, soon enough with friends, amongst friends. Perhaps it is going from single to being in a relationship, if this offer comes in from a particular person for more than what is. So enjoy your time being alone now. Live in the moment. Appreciate the present. Be grateful for what is. Be grateful for who's around. And have your share of fun. If things take a more serious turn in a relationship, you know, a lot more of your time may be spent with your person than with your people. And that's not even on no funny shit, like, you know, because sometimes people get into relationships and they forget all about everything and everyone. So, but, you know, you got to prioritize your relationship, you know. So I get that, because that's family, you know, that's the home base. You got to take care of that first before anything, but don't lose, you know what I mean? Like, don't give up on everything and everyone because you found love. Like, that's not right. And then we have blowing kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection return. So, you know, yeah, count your days being single, I guess. You're gonna meet someone that's gonna give you unconditional love. It's gonna be without reservations, without conditions, without anything. Just they want you, you want them. It's mutual. You know, what you feel is very real, and you know, it again, it will be returned. So um have your fun now. You know, something's gonna come that's gonna, you know, like shake your world up to some extent, but I don't feel like it's anything bad. I don't think you're gonna find out anything messed up. I think, you know, maybe you find out about how somebody feels, you know, for the good or for the bad. And like I said, it helps to accelerate your healing. So it either, you know what I mean, like encourages you to heal more, heal quicker, or to prioritize your healing versus, um, you know, procrastinating on prioritizing yourself. But you also have time with friends here. So again, don't forget about your friends in the midst of everything. You know, these are people you're going to be inviting to your wedding when it happens. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Sure, I'll post soon enough. Again, I just wanted to put a video out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Subscribe, like, share the video while you're here. Help grow the channel. And yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Take care. Personal readings are available. I'll put the information in my description box in case you are wanting something that is specific to you. Thank you. Peace.